Hello students, I welcome you all to this presentation on testing of numerical relay. Let us see the contents of this presentation. The contents are meaning of numerical relay, block diagram, wiring diagram, specifications, advantages and disadvantages, applications, and finally we will see experiment on testing of numerical relay. Now let us see what is meant by a numerical relay. A numerical relay is a microprocessor and microcontroller based relay which measures electrical parameters and converts them into numerical data, that is binary numbers, for analyzing the faulty conditions and tripping the circuit breaker. The construction and operation of numerical relays are similar to that of a computer. Numerical relays are the evolved form of electromechanical and static relays. Now let us see the block diagram. So in this diagram, you can see here, this is the feeder to be protected. This is the line which has to be protected. This is a circuit breaker which has to be operated under faulty condition. This is the trip coil circuit of the circuit breaker. This is the switch which has to be closed under faulty condition. Now let us try to understand how this switch is closed by this numerical relay. Assume that there is a fault in this place. When there is a fault here, heavy current will flow in this line, and this heavy current is reduced to a smaller value in a particular CT ratio, and it is fed to the analog to digital converter. This digital signal is processed in this digital signal processor. In this digital signal processor, the signal is modified as per the requirement of the microcontroller. So this signal is fed to the sampling and holding circuit, which is then fed to the microcontroller. In this microcontroller, already some program will be written, that is algorithms will be there. Based on that, this microcontroller will give a signal output which is in a digital form, and this digital form is converted to analog signal, and this relay switch is operated. So this is how a numerical relay works. Now let us see how this numerical relay is connected in the circuit. So you can see here these are all CTs for all the three phases. R, Y, B, three CTs are there. These CTs are connected to S1, S2 terminals of the numerical relay. So behind the numerical relay, there will be terminals which is marked as S1, S2, S1, S2 like this. These CTs will be connected there. And here you can see 13 and 14, plus and minus symbol is there. Here power supply, auxiliary power supply will be given to the relay. And here you can see there are auxiliary contacts, NO and NC contacts. These are all NO and NC contacts. Based on the requirements, we can use this NOs and NC contacts. Now let us see the specification. The type of relay, whether it's an overcurrent relay or earth fault relay. IDMT characteristics, whether it is a normal inverse relay, a very inverse relay, a definite time relay, these things has to be mentioned. Accuracy, plus or minus 3%. Rated current, 1 amp or 5 amp relay, it is user selectable. Frequency, 50 Hz or 60 Hz. Auxiliary voltage, it is given as 85 volts to 275 volts AC or DC, or it can be 21 to 130 volts DC. Pickup value, it is 103% of the rated current. Burden, when it is used as 5 amps relay, the burden is less than 0.4 volt amps. When it is used as 1 amp relay, the burden is much lesser, that is 0.2 volt amps. Dimensions, So it is width into height into depth. It is given there 151 into 181 into 195 mm. Operating temperature -5 to +55 degrees centigrade. Number of auxiliary contacts, it is given as 2 NO and 2 NC contacts. Contact rating, you can carry 30 amps at 250 volts AC or 30 amps at 24 volts DC. So these are the typical specification of a numerical relay. Now let us see the advantages of numerical relay. They are highly sensitive. The sensitivity is very high. That means to say even a smallest range of fault current it can easily detect. Already we saw that it has 103%. Then accurate and fast in operation, low volt amp burden on CT and PTs, and low power consumption. Compact in size and good in appearance. They are programmable and multifunctional, and they are flexible also. See, whenever this multifunctional, as it is mentioned there, where you can use it as a definite time relay, you can use it as a normal inverse relay, and there are many other functions that are available. That is why they are called as multifunction relays. They are flexible because any changes can be easily adapted. It is only a matter of changing the program in the microcontroller for making any changes. So that is why they are flexible. Self-testing. These relays periodically test themselves for its proper operation. Communication capabilities. Whenever there's a communication capabilities, you can interface them with the SCADA system. So in SCADA system, SCADA means supervisory control and data acquisition system. So data can be transmitted, remote backup can be done, remote monitoring can be done. Security. So you can set password, only authorized person can make any changes in the program. Data logger and data storage capabilities. So data logger basically whenever any fault taking place, whenever there's a tripping, this data will be logged and stored and it can be reviewed later. No moving parts and hence zero maintenance. So normally in electromechanical relays, we'll have to do servicing of the links and contacts. So here there are absolutely no moving parts, so no such problem. Not affected by mechanical vibration because it's all a solid state relay. So there's no any moving parts, so mechanical vibrations will not affect the functioning of this relay. So let us see the disadvantages. They are costly. Semiconductor components are sensitive to ESD, that is electrostatic discharges. Hence you have to take proper care against electrostatic discharges. It requires auxiliary power supply for its operation. They are affected by voltage transients during switching operation of circuit breakers. So any spikes in voltage may affect the relay. So proper care has to be taken for preventing high voltage applied to the relay. So requires proper filtering circuit to protect relay against voltage spikes. Characteristics of electronic components are affected by ambient temperature. So if the temperature is very high, the electronic components may malfunction. Therefore, you need to have a proper cooling arrangement. Next is applications. Protection of generators and transformers in the generating station, protection of transmission and distribution lines, protection of substation equipment, overcurrent, overvoltage protection, earthfall protection, protection of control panels and utilities. So next we'll see the experiment. The aim of this experiment is to program and test the numerical relay and plot its time current characteristics. So this is the circuit diagram. In the circuit diagram, you can see here, this is the relay to be tested. And here you can see S1 and S2. This is S1 and S2 terminals. which is connected to a current injection transformer. So this current injection transformer is used to artificially create high current, which will be applied to this relay coil, and the operation of this numerical relay will be tested. And here you have an auto transformer. By varying the input voltage to the current injection transformer, we can generate high current here, which is applied to the numerical relay. So initially, this auto transformer will be in zero position, and selector switch will be in off position. The main supply has to be switched on. After switching on the main supply, the selector should be put on set position. After putting the selector switch on set position, this auto transformer is slowly varied and the fault current is set here. Suppose now this is 1 amp relay, and if you want to set 125%, so 1.25 amps has to be set here. Or if you're applying 150%, then 1.5 amps should be applied here. So after setting this current, the selector switch will be changed over to test position. When you put it to the test position, this numerical relay will sense that fault and it will trip after few seconds, which will be read by this timer. So like this, you will have to repeat this experiment for various percentage of fault current. These are the apparatus which I mentioned in the circuit diagram. This experiment can be understood by watching a demo video. Now let us see the demo video. This is the numerical overcurrent and earth fault relay trainer kit. This is the numerical relay which we will be testing, and the other apparatus on the trainer kit are ammeter for setting the current, auto transformer for increasing or decreasing the current injection, power on MCB, emergency stop button, feeder on and fault injection push buttons, selector switch, feeder on indicator, lockout relay with reset button, and the timer. And you can see we have provided some banana terminals for doing some external wiring. Now let us program the relay. Press and hold the set button for few seconds. After going to programming mode, you just skip the menus which is not required. It is a 1 amp relay now, so set it for 1 amp itself. The CT ratio is 1:1. And this is phase low set. It is set as 1.5. So in this case, the relay will pick up at 1.5 amps. It is a 1 amp relay. For the plug setting of 1.5, the relay will pick up at 1.5 amps. So this is a normal inverse curve. I have chosen normal inverse. And time multiplier setting is 1. So let it be 1 itself. Phase I set I have disabled. If you want to enable, you can enable like this. And then you can hear also it is variable from up to 2 to 30 times. So that we will choose it as something more than low set. I will increase it. So high set I can keep it something like 10 times. So I will set a high set as 10 times the set value. So I have set it as 10 times the rated value or set value. So there also time setting, we can make it as 0.5. So you can skip this earth fault current setting. We are doing it only for overcurrent. So you can skip this part. And if you wanted to change the date time, you can change here. And finally save it. So now this completes the programming. Now let us test the relay. Put the selector switch in set position and switch on the feeder. By slowly varying the auto transformer, set the current as 1.5 times the set value. So this is a 1 amp relay. So we'll start as 150%. That is 1.5 amps. Okay, it's 1.5 amps or something close to 1.5 amps. Now you put the selector switch to test position and switch on the fault injection on button. So you can see the relay has picked up the fault current. You can see the R phase is blinking and you can see the timer is counting here. And let us wait and see at what time the relay trips. You can see the fault indication is blinking. So the relay tripped at 44.7 seconds. You can see the indications here. So you can see the relay is tripped on line fault. If it is earth fault, the other indicator will be indicating this is line fault. Now before taking next reading, we have to reset the timer and reset the relay. Put the select switch to off position and auto transformer to 0 position. Now let us repeat the procedure for 2 times the set value. So once again you put the selector switch to set position, switch on the feeder, vary the auto transformer and set the current for 2 amps. But very slowly. So it is close to 2 amps. Okay, after setting it to 2 amps, put the selector switch to test position and inject the fault current. So you can see here the relay has picked up the fault current. It's blinking there. And you can see the timer is counting. So we can see here the relay has tripped at 18.1 second. So like this you have to repeat the experiment for 3 times, 3.5 times and then plot the inverse time current characteristics of the numerical relay. I hope you have understood the demonstration of this experiment. while conducting the experiment, you will have to note down the various fault current which you have set and the time taken by the relay for tripping, and then you need to plot what is known as inverse time characteristic curve of the relay. So this is the ideal characteristic curve. You can plot the curve for your readings and you can compare with this ideal characteristic curve. Now let us see testing of this numerical relay for definite time operation. Now let us see the demo video. Now let us program this relay to operate as a definite time relay. Press and hold the set button. You can skip some of the menus, and for this normal inverse you change it to definite time. If you set it for definite time, irrespective of the fault current, it will trip in 5 seconds. We can increase or decrease. I'll just increase it by 5.5 seconds, for example. So irrespective of the fault level, it will trip in 5.5 seconds. So all other things you can skip, and finally you can save it. So now I'll put the selector switch to set position, switch on the feeder, and I'll set this current to some fault value. So I'll set it to something like 2 times or 3 times, like that. Any value you can set above normal value. Now let us see the operation. Put the selector switch to test position and observe the operation by injecting the fault current. You can see it has tripped in 5.7 seconds. We had programmed it for 5.5. It is very much close to that, and the relay has tripped. So like this, you can repeat the experiment for different fault level and verify whether the relay trips in 5.5 seconds. I hope you understood this experiment on testing of numerical relay. Thank you.